And your presentation needs to have a flow. It has to be coherent from the
Correct.
beginning to the end. So we need to tell a story to the audience so that they engage with us from the start to end. And they understand what key message are we trying to say. Marketers will like spread awareness about the product and reach it to the customers who really need that solution. So that's where we come in. We understand the product's functionality, break it down to the audience.
Hello and welcome to a brand new podcast of Skilled Sapiens. I'm your host Astha Singh, and today we are joined by a bright and an ambitious individual, Shruti. Shruti is currently pursuing a career in marketing, and we are thrilled to have you here to share your journey and insights. Welcome, Shruti. How are you feeling today?
Hi, Asta. I think I'm feeling good today. Yeah, thanks for this opportunity to like participate in your podcast. I'm really excited to share my journey in marketing. So I did my MBA at Assistant School of Management, specializing in marketing and business analytics. It was really a very enriching experience, especially like it helped me discover my passion for marketing and my creative drive. So yeah, I love designing, and I do designs on Canva, and you also have other resources too, which I'll be talking about later. And yeah, I also
Yeah.
got placed in HCL Tech in marketing role. So I got placed as a management trainee in yeah, got placed as a management trainee in Oracle practices. Marketing is something which I really enjoy and really love to do. So yeah, that's about myself.
First of all, I would like to congratulate you on your job at HCL, and we'll definitely explore a lot about it later in the podcast. And let's see. So, uh, let's talk more about your educational background. Like, what have you done in your graduation, and what inclined you towards MBA, and when did you decide to take that step?
Okay, so basically, I did my undergraduation in commerce. That's in international accounting and finance from SRM Institute of Science and Technology. So my undergraduate degree was totally related to accounting and finance. I realized after some time that, especially in my second year, I realized that I do not have interest towards finance. It's not that I don't get finance, but somehow I couldn't imagine myself a career in finance. I thought I would shine in a career where I could put my creative work into like action. So I thought marketing would be a better fit for me. Uh, but I needed something to like hone my marketing skills
Yeah.
that actually yeah. So that's how I went into my MBA.
Okay. So, tell us more about your upcoming job role at HCL, and are there any specific marketing areas where you will be working?
Okay, so my upcoming role would be a management trainee focusing in marketing in HCL Tech. So I was interviewed for the Oracle practices role. So my role would focus more into like implementing Oracle solutions into client businesses and like promoting Oracle. It would be more like a B2B B2C practice, because like Oracle is focused for enterprises, and it would involve a lot of clients in the business forum. So I think that would be my forte. My internship also like relates to the B2B forum. I did my summer internship and my project internship in Zoho, so which is also more like a
Okay.
B2B firm. My project internship would be more relevant to the role which I will be doing in HCL Tech. I did my project internship with Zoho Sign, which is Zoho's in-house digital signature solution. I explored a lot of aspects in product marketing there. Yeah.
So can you focus more about what you learned from your past experience? Like you just mentioned about a company called Zoho. So tell us what was your role in that and what did you learn differently?
Okay, so I did two internships in Zoho. So first
Uh-huh.
one being my summer internship as a brand marketing intern with Zoho, which focused on promoting Zoho's brand as a whole. It was more like more inclined into social media and like boost like creating content to promote the brand of Zoho as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it didn't involve much of customers as such, and it was more like maintaining a good relationship with your audience and building your audience base in various social media channels like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. That was more into the brand marketing perspective. When it comes to the product marketing perspective, it's completely different. I did my project internship with Zoho Sign. So in Zoho Sign, I was asked to do product demos where
Okay.
I would demonstrate the product in front of my team so that you understand the functionality of the product, and this would actually help you a lot because when a customer asks you something about the functionality of the product and you're a marketer, like you can actually relate to their pain point and connect with the customer more so that they resonate with you, and there are likely chances to of them increasing to purchase the product. So I
Correct.
think that was one of the key takeaways of Zoho, my internship with Zoho. And storytelling is really important. You need to have a good story ready with you so that you can connect with the customers and the audience so that they relate to you and they understand what the product actually is, and like the conversion rates also increase. So that's about Zoho Sign. I also explored into affiliate marketing, where we had to
Hmm.
create custom toolkits for affiliates to promote the Zoho Sign application among businesses. And so it was more like referrals, so which I have never explored before, and it was a pretty new dimension for me. And tailoring content for that was very new experience for me.
Okay, so by what you have told me, I understand that you have worked in several dimensions while you were working there, and I think it provided you a very holistic picture of what actually, while you're dealing with a product or a brand, how important it is to understand your customer and their pain points. So it's completely correct because it's not a short-term
Definitely.
goal, right? You just don't want to sell your product. You have to maintain that relationship with them so that retention is there. Correct?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes. So, someone who is as passionate as you are in marketing, but is not really sure about a particular niche. So, what would your advice be that on finding a perfect job role for themselves?
Yeah, trust me, everyone would have been in that spot. I was in that spot myself. So I was really confused on in which field I had to do marketing for. So basically, I'm a very tech savvy person. I love technology, and I would love to explore more, go into technology and connect with the audience to uh, understand the functionality of the product and promote it to customers who actually need that solution. I think that would resonate with my personality more. So choosing a niche would definitely involve your skills, your interests. So it basically depends on interest. So my interest is in technology, and I chose IT and SaaS products. So if a person is very passionate to sell FMCG products, they might choose companies like ITC or HUL, which actually deal with B2C products, and like yeah, that could be one
Consumer
option.
goods,
Or
basically.
if you yeah, consumer based products. Or if you want to maintain good you want to do relationship retailing, relationship marketing, for example, you want to do marketing with you want to do it with a few people and maintain relationships with them in a long run. You can maybe consider going into key account management like in banks,
Yeah,
which
correct.
would actually, yeah, you can go into that. It all depends on your area of interest. Like if you want to go into finance and do marketing, maybe you can consider banks where you can like promote financial services, and
Correct.
that would, yeah, it all depends on your interest and skills. Yeah.
Can you also, like for the audience, can you throw some light upon what you mentioned about SaaS, right? And then you compared it
Yeah.
parallelly with the FMCG goods. So can you tell us more about how, what role does marketing play in something called as SaaS? I mean, it's whenever the first thing that comes to people's mind is that it's something that is related to technology, and it's mostly for engineers. So what role does a management person play in that?
So yeah, SaaS is not entirely about technology. So like where you talked about the engineering part, right? So the engineering part goes behind the product, like building the product,
Correct,
developing the product.
correct,
Those engineers will be responsible for building up the product, whereas we marketers will like reach the spread awareness about the product and reach it to the customers who really need that solution. So that's where we come in. We understand the product's functionality, break it down to the audience. So let's say we have a technically complex product, and a lot of common people don't understand about the product itself, like how, and they don't understand how it can solve certain problems for them. We as marketers, we understand the functionalities of the product, devise certain use cases for the product's functionality, and like we identify problems with the customers who actually need the product. Through we actually do customer segmentation to understand which segment needs what function as a solution,
okay,
and based on that we can tailor custom stories and reach out to them. So through that we can actually do a better job of converting it into good sales. So it doesn't stop there. We need to maintain a good relationship with them. It's not like B2C where customers come and go. We need to have a loyal base so that they continue to subscribe to our product. As the nature of the product or the service is different from B2C, we need
correct.
to maintain a good relationship with them so that they stay with us forever. They renew our subscriptions, and our revenue also increases.
Correct. That's an interesting way to look at it. And I think price would play a very important role while you're differentiating it with the B2C commodities, right? Because people come and go. There might be replications on the product. There might be people who will be coming and purchasing the product, and there might not be a second, purchase. But when you are selling software as a service, you really want to retain them in order to, build on the revenue. Because acquisition also takes a lot of cost.
Definitely.
If I hope I'm right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So is there also any kind of example that would you would like to share with us, or any kind of instance that you feel that, for me, software is the like this domain is much more where I'm inclined towards. Is there anything of that sort, or that thing that clicked that this is it, this is the job that I wanted to go into?
Okay. So when I actually in my third semester, I did this value-added course on B2B selling processes. So the resource person was from this company called Spendflow, who also dealt with the SaaS products. So a lot of the practices resonated with me, and
Okay.
as I told, I'm a very tech savvy person, and I would like to explore into the dimensions of tech, like the tech aspects included in the product. So I thought telling a story relating to the audience would be my forte. So that course actually had a component where we had to take a SaaS product, and we had to identify the pain points, general pain points that customers face it, and how these a particular product solves the pain point. So I
Correct.
really enjoyed the process of making the presentation for it and like communicating to the audience. So I thought this might be it, and yeah, that's how I ended up here.
I am glad that you brought up the word presentation, because my next follow-up question was going to be the same. So, being an MBA student, and since you have done your MBA in marketing, you know that presentations play a very vital role in marketing. So, how did you just mentioned in your introduction that you're very much inclined towards designing. So, how did your design skills come into the play during your internship also and while you were a student? And how did it help you in your presentations?
Okay. So my designs, my interest towards design actually started during the second year of my UG. So I have this page called the Hasan Alik on Instagram, which has around 10,000 followers right now.
That's great.
So thank you. So that's how my interest towards video editing and design started. So, like MBA is where we make a lot of presentations, and we have to make presentations so that that helps us with our assignments. So, which is
Correct.
actually a major part, and presentations are a vital part. So, as a marketer, you need to have good storytelling skills. So, and presentations could be a very good tool for helping with your storytelling. Uh, I am a beginner myself. I don't call myself an expert designer. So for beginners like me, you can actually use tools like Canva, where you can just drag and drop elements, or you can use the you can use the available templates there in the Canva homepage so that you can make attractive presentations and interactive presentations. That's one good tool you can do. So now as you know, AI has also come in and it has like accelerated a lot of work. So
Yeah.
I also use a lot of AI. So and AI is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong in using AI. So I would say there are also AI presentation tools like Gamma, which can help you out create an outline of your presentation, and like you don't have to like totally rely on Gamma's output. You can actually enhance your output using the outline you have obtained from Gamma. You can actually get your presentations by either giving a prompt, or you can just input a document containing all the pointers and use it. It's basically a premium version. And using a free trial won't harm much, so you can
Yeah.
actually give it a shot. You can actually give Gamma a shot. So for people who are not comfortable using Canva, there is also this tool called Kittle. So it's similar
Kittle.
to
Okay.
Canva, where yeah, similar to Canva, but you have a lot more options. So if you think Canva has limited resources, you can always go into Kittle. And there is also this Adobe Firefly where you can do good designs. You can also do AI designs using Adobe Firefly. So that there is one option there. And so if you are a student and you wanna like access Canva's premium resources for free, you can actually create a Canva for education account using your college mail ID, and you can access premium resources for free. And you have a wider array of presentation templates, and you can also get premium elements for free. So that's also one option available. I utilized a lot of tools like these and made my presentations. I always had fun creating presentations, and I I did a lot of presentations than talking. So which was actually a pretty good experience. I also did a few invites for some official events and conferences in my college
Oh,
using
that's
Canva
great.
only. So you can also do a lot of stuff using Canva. It's not only for presentations. It's a very good design app for beginners. That's what I would say.
Okay. So when you said that you yourself are a beginner, I think you're just being modest because for someone who has so many followers and so many tips to share, I think you're just being modest. But to just add on to what you said, do you also have any other tips for crafting an impactful presentation? And maybe you can also mention other certain free resources apart from Canva because on Canva, as you said, there are elements which are not accessible. So people have to buy, the students have to buy it, right? So is there also any way for that? I mean,
Yeah. So for I would start with the first question, like creating an impactful presentation.
yeah,
So a lot of a common mistake that everyone makes is like pasting all the content there in the presentation, and you paste all paragraphs which would actually put off your audience. So I have done that
Yeah.
mistake myself in my undergraduate degree, and a lot of people lose interest in what you're talking about. People just reading out of the presentations would actually put them off. So, like, I have experienced them myself, and I decided that I should not make the same mistake in my MBA. So, what I thought was, you just create a gist of what you're going to talk, just put it down as points. So, either one words or two words would do, but there is also you need to just add the optimum number of points. You don't have to spam it up with points. So you just add the optimum number of points and make sure it is minimal on content. You can also add visualizations if necessary.
Yeah.
So pictures and videos actually lure the audience into like looking into the presentation. For actually it's their mostly like hooks where audience pay attention, and they are more likely to remember the stuff in the presentation. So that's one thing I would say. And yeah, presentation needs to have a flow. It has to be coherent from the
Correct.
beginning to the end. So we need to tell a story to the audience so that they engage with us from the start to end. And they understand what key message are we trying to say. So the first one is we need to have a flow. Second one is we need to have minimal content on the slides. The third one, use visualizations wherever you want, and use videos if necessary. And
Okay.
one more tip is videos don't have to be so long. Like some people add a lot of videos. Like one video might go up to 6-7 minutes long, and it might actually reduce the time you have
Of
to
you being
like
the one. Yeah.
present. Yeah.
Correct.
So the videos do the talking rather than you. So I
Correct.
think that is not a very good idea. Use videos whenever it is necessary. So that's what is my are my tips. So you can do what you can add your own twist, and it all depends on your own creativity. That's one. And you were talking about resources, right? So
Yeah.
for resources, so Canva might not have all the resources, and for you, if you want like free stock images to add in your presentation, you can always go into Pixabay, which is one good site to get free stock images. So that is one
Can you
option.
repeat the websites,
And
the
as I
resource?
told in the previous, hello, am I audible?
Wait, Shruti, your video got stuck. No problem. I think we can cut this part out. Uh, I'll ask you
Okay.
again the on the resources part, okay? Then
Okay.
you continue from the resource part.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Shruti, you were mentioning about Canva and how can students use it in a efficient manner, even if they are not subscribing to it, a freemium model of it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So when it comes to resources, there are a lot of resources available. So if you want to access premium resources for free in Canva, you can actually use the Canva for Education account. You just need to log in using your college ID and like make use of all the resources available.
Okay.
That is one option. But if in case it doesn't work, there are always other options available. So there is this website called Kittle where you can, which is similar to Canvas interface, and like you have a lot of resources available there. You can make
Yeah, yeah,
attractive presentations there also.
yeah.
And for accessing stock images, like if you want to add good stock images, you can always go into these sites called Pixabay, where you can
Okay.
actually like get stock images for free in high resolutions. Like say we can get it in SVG format, SVG and PNG format. You can download them for free. Like a lot of sites they charge you, but you can use Pixabay
Yeah.
if you want to. So that is one good resource which I found during this two
Okay.
years. And for making AI presentations, as I told you in the last question, you can use this site called Gamma AI, where you can
Yeah.
generate presentation outlines. Maybe you can also use ChatGPT for creating presentation flow. And if you want to have a custom story to be made on a problem statement, on a particular problem statement, you can always tailor a prompt based on the problem statement and create it using ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So, with the 4O model which was recently introduced with ChatGPT, you can upload documents and ask ChatGPT to
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
for you, which is actually uh, a very good update which has been released now. You can use that. You can also generate images using Microsoft Copilot if you want. So that is one option. If you want to make your presentations more creative, you can use it. You can create it using Copilot, where you can generate images. So that's
Yeah.
you.
That helps.
The
That
possibilities
helps.
are endless. Yeah,
Exactly. So you just have to explore yourself. When you get into it, you do get access to a lot of resources when you start preparing and when you start exploring it yourself. So very wonderfully explained,
definitely.
Shruti. Thank you for the resources. So
Thank you.
since you have a lot of knowledge about marketing, right? Can you give us three good characteristics of a marketeer and how can one mold themselves into it?
According to me, three good characteristics for a good marketer would be person who understands the product very well. So let's say product or as a marketer, you need to understand your product or service offering very well, so that you can yourself explain to the customers. So I learned this during my internship at Zoho Sign. So, as an intern there, I had to study all the functionalities of Zoho Sign. Uh, so it was too technical, to be honest, but I did make my honest efforts to understand what they actually do and how do they solve particular problems of the customers. So that if a customer doesn't have an idea on uh, like what service they exactly need, so
Correct.
we need to know which feature aligns with their problem, and we need to present a solution so that they get engaged and the conversion rate increases. So understanding the product is one major factor. The second one would be a good marketer is a good storyteller. He needs to he or she needs to have a good story ready with them so that they can engage the audience from the start to end. And using that, they can deliver a lot of things, from the product's functionality to the product's core values and how they align with the customer. So when you tell a good story, it creates a very big impact on the customer's mind, and the probability of buying also increases. So
Correct.
you need to have a good storytelling skill. And last and final thing is the attitude of the marketer. The marketer needs to have a very positive attitude. So let's say your product is very good and your storytelling is also very good, but at the end of the day, it's the attitude that determines the purchase decision. So what if the customer is put off by the negative attitude of the marketer?
Correct.
So the purchase won't proceed and the customer is lost. So you need to have a very positive attitude, and you need to have good interaction, good and healthy interaction with the customer, so that they stay with you in the long run and you can build a loyal customer base. So the three main characteristics would be good understanding of the product or service, having a good storytelling skill, and a good attitude at last. Yeah.
Correct. So I think interpersonal skills play a very vital role and it can take a market a very long way. So point well
Correct.
taken. And I think our audience will definitely work on all those three characteristics and build on it. So my last and final question to you. What is something that you're really passionate about? We have talked a lot about your work and SaaS and whatnot. So tell me something about apart from designing, and if designing is so, then you can definitely talk about it. So something that you really love doing, and how do what do you do in your pastime?
So I love photography. So
Okay.
I discovered my passion for photography in these 2 years. And so I don't own a camera. My dream is to buy a camera after getting my first salary. So that's my dream. And currently I do photography with my phone, and I love shooting reels, and I love shooting photos whenever possible. So I take my camera, I take my phone camera wherever I go, and like I make sure I make every moments into memories.
Wow.
I document everything, and I am quite active in my personal social media. I post a lot of updates. That's how I like keeping my social media, and it's very fun to document everything and have memories with you. So
Yes, that's
that's
correct.
like my favorite pastime.
That's a perfect way to capture memories and so that you can revisit them whenever you want. That's a beautiful thing, actually. So, do
Thank
you
you.
have any parting pearls of wisdom for our audience? Anything that you want to say?
I would say like do something which always like interests you.
Yeah.
So like don't do something what when someone forces you to do. You with even though you might be capable of doing that, you won't have the interest in doing that, and you won't give your best. So do something that interests you. Do something where you find your passion is, and you can give your best there, and the results will always be great. So that's about it.
Thank you so much, Shruti. That's I completely
Mm.
agree with it. Thank you for devoting your time to us. Thank you for enlightening us with your experiences, and thank you for all the resources. I myself am going to look up for it, and I'm also going to look up at your Instagram page to see certain memories. I'll definitely do that. So
Okay.
I think I'm really glad that I had this conversation with you. Thank you for coming to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate it. Hmm.
Yes. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you.